And now this year, with the new bench unit, this team looks like an NBA championship caliber squad. The New York Knicks just continued to get better. Last year, they had a phenomenal starting lineup centered around Jalen Brunson. They went all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals, but their glaring weakness, depth. Now they've added guys like Jordan Clarkson, Gershon Yabusele, and as of recently, Malcolm Brogdon to help fill that void that they had missing on their bench. And now this year, with the new bench unit, this team looks like an NBA championship caliber squad. But bringing in a guy like Brogdon for the Knicks would essentially fix every single one of their issues they had last year. Brogdon, 13 points a game, 4.1 rebounds, 3.8 assists in just 27 minutes a year ago. Yes, he shot 43% from the field and 29% from three, but it was a very small sample size. And no, Brogdon by himself is not going to fix all these issues, but they've made fantastic moves throughout this offseason, and then Brogdon is just the cherry on top. Remember, he was the NBA Sixth Man of the Year just a couple of years ago. He only played 24 games last year. So that's why I think the efficiency is a little bit of a smaller sample size than what we could see this year for the Knicks. But yeah, the big problem for New York last year, as we touched on briefly in the open, was their bench was terrible. And now, I mean, you add some depth to it. You've got an elite starting five, right? You've got guys like Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns who, I mean, it was rough. They really relied on Brunson, OG, Mikal Bridges, and Karl Anthony Towns. Those guys played 87 or 82% of their points per game last year were from those guys right there that we just mentioned. So they add Jordan Clarkson. They add Gershon Yabusele if they can get a step up from one of their younger guys, although Kolek could probably be on the way out here if that Brogdon deal means, less PT for him. He seems like the odd guy out, but for the Knicks as a whole, this looks like a fantastic addition. Yes, you now have like 3 smaller guards coming off your bench, but you can plug and play where you need. Maybe you do need a bigger forward for rebounding and defense off the bench, but hey, you've done a fantastic job to help guys around Jalen Brunson, who is 6'2" with a 6'4" wingspan, and even though he's a smaller guard, he's one of the best in the league. And with the roster that they've put around him, especially the starting five, this Knicks team is a legitimate playoff contender.